What's good, crazy gang? It's your girl Juice, and it's your boy Papa. Say hello. Say we are here. What? You have something to say? No? Okay. Well, anyways, we here today with story time. Today's story is the most scariest day of my life. Literally, the most scariest day of my life. So, it involves Papa. All right, y'all. So we back, and we're back without Papa, of course. So we're just gonna tell the story now. So it was June 5th, and me and the whole gang, crazy gang, was all on the porch chilling, relaxing, trying to enjoy our evening. But of course, Papa could not allow us to enjoy our evening the way we needed to. So, of course, everybody is on quarantine, so nobody's getting their nails done. And if you like me, you love the nail salon. I literally go like every 2 weeks. Tamaya's hooked on the nail salon too. She need to go and get her nails done, and we love it. So we been on quarantine and we can't get our nails done. So I bought my own dip powder. I ain't no nail salon. I can't do no acrylic. So I bought powder dip. I bought a do-it-yourself powder dip kit from Amazon. It was about like $40. The review said, oh, it's perfect. It's this, it's that. It's going to last for 3 weeks. Well, not for us, it didn't. It barely lasted 3 days. And the nails was falling off everywhere. The nails was chipping everywhere. And we were just pulling them off everywhere. We were putting them in the trash. Let's let that be clear. We were putting them in the trash, but sometimes some wasn't coming off, so we still had some on. So we did. Me and Tamaya, we don't know whose nail it was. It really don't matter whose nail it was, but it was on the porch, on the table. The same day, June 5th, that we are trying to relax and chill and enjoy our evening, Papa decides he wants to put one in his mouth. Put one in his mouth. So, of course, you can kind of start to get how that went. I freaked out. So, this isn't the first time that Papa has put something in his mouth. He always puts stuff in his mouth. Kids put stuff in their mouth. But this time, he put that in his mouth, and I went to grab him to try to get it out like anything else that he puts in his mouth. And this time, I could not get it out. It like pushed back in his throat, and he swallowed it. So he was like, he was like, but he wasn't like, oh, he couldn't breathe or nothing like that. It's small. It's the size of a nail. So he wasn't like, couldn't breathe. But I was panicking. I was freaking out. I was trying to push my finger in his mouth, get it out, trying to make him throw it up and everything. So once he did I'm like, oh my God, babe, call the ambulance. Like, I'm freaking out. Like, people like me is not good with crazy situations because I start freaking out. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, babe, call the ambulance. Oh my God. Kevin Hart voice. So next thing you know, the ambulance came or whatever. You know, like they asked the regular questions over the phone, and the ambulance came. Thank God, too, they ain't come with the woo. So everybody in the neighborhood could be coming outside, newsy, like, what's going on? None of your business. So the ambulance came all quiet. They came up. It was a nice ambulance, which killed me too because they took forever. They didn't have their masks on, so they had to put the mask on. I'm just sitting here looking like, can y'all hurry up for my son died? Even though he wasn't going to die, but it was just like I was in mommy panic mode. So that's when these people behind me, Tamaya and Destiny, I don't know what they did. Not these people, but so They came though, and they was like, "Oh my God, he's so handsome," and I'm just looking like, "Oh my God, save my fucking son." Excuse me. So I'm like, they like, "Well, he isn't in distress, Mom. He looks like he's fine, and if you like, y'all can drive him to the hospital to save a bill. We got health insurance; it's gonna pay for the bill, but." Why not, like, go ahead and just take him if we can, because we was about to go outside looking like anything. Not that it mattered, but because it was a bad time. So I put some clothes on Popeye, because I was definitely about to take him out in his onesie, tell Bay to pull up, bring us some clothes later. So we drove him to the hospital or whatever. We get there. Of course, it's quarantine, so I'm thinking that only one parent would have been able to come inside. It's quarantine. I don't know if you heard me. So I'm thinking only one parent could come inside, but two could have came. But with everything going on, I didn't really want to leave Tamaya in the house by herself. Even though she is old enough to stay home alone, I just didn't feel comfortable because we got a lot going on, rioting and crazy stuff. So you never know what could happen. So Bay actually stayed home with Tamaya after he did drop us off, and I went in, I told them, like, what had happened and what was going on, and I'm crying as it's happening. Like, my anxiety is, like, through the roof. I'm losing it inside. Papa, he just like, "Oh, okay, what's going on? And they was like, "All right, he's fine," or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we go to the back, fast forward to the back, and, excuse me, y'all. We went to the back, and they checked us in. We told them what was going on, all of that. So the ears, nose, and throat doctor come in. We're gonna fast forward because we was waiting, of course, not doing nothing. The EMT doctor, ears, nose, and throat doctor, excuse me, came in, and he was like, "Well, this is the options we could do, such and such, such and such. We could make them drink something." So first, when we did go to the back, they gave him x-ray. And of course, they couldn't see nothing because a gel powder ain't x-rayable. So anyway, I'm like, they did the x-ray, they couldn't see anything. So that's when the ears, nose, and throat doctor came in and was basically like, "Listen, this is what we could do. It could work, it couldn't work. But the worst come to worst is they would have to put Papa to sleep and look down there to make sure that it passed, because it was so tiny that it could be like literally stuck and it's not moving." So once he said that, Lord, I'm just crying. I think this situation was the first time I ever cried so much in my life. Like, I'd have been to funerals, I'd have had people die. Like, no, this is the first time I ever cried so much. And a lot of people don't know this, but I suffer from postpartum depression. So that with having anxiety, I was really like losing my mind. Like, I'm here by myself. I got just like all of these thoughts running through my mind of my baby being by himself on the operating table, even though he wasn't been getting operated on. It just was like so overwhelming and so scary. I'm just keep saying to myself, like, "Son, you are causing me too much drama. You caused drama when I was pregnant. You causing drama now." My daughter Tamaya is 11. She ain't never ate nothing, ain't never swallowed nothing, where she had to go to the hospital and have nothing like this happen. So I'm just like, oh my God, I'm losing my mind. So I'm praying to God, like, "Dear God, please don't let them have to put my son to sleep. Like, please let them be able to do whatever this crap is he talking about doing." Fast forward hours later, we've been sitting here waiting. The lady come in like, "Hi, I'm the doctor, and we're going to have to put him to sleep. Put him to sleep, stick the tube down his throat, so that way they could look on the camera and make sure that it did fully pass through to the stomach, or that it did not get stuck in, like, nowhere, like in his throat, in the middle, in the stomach, because they need to make sure that he is all right." So I'm calling Babe, telling Babe, like, "Babe, this is what's going on, such and such, such and such." And I'm like so sad and so scared, like, I don't know what to do. So fast forward a little bit up, now we just playing the waiting game. Now here we go with the dumbness. The lady's like, "Well, because you guys are staying overnight and he has to be put to sleep in on the table, he has to get a coronavirus test, a COVID-19 test or whatever. And I'm just like, now I'm definitely crying all over again. I'm like, a coronavirus test? We ain't come here for that. And I don't want y'all jamming that thing on my baby nose. Like, every video that I have seen for the corona test, excuse me, for the corona test, they jamming it up the nose to the back of the brain. Like, people are looking like they dying from that. Not even from the corona. Like, and I'm just like, now I'm crying, screaming all over again. Like, I don't want him to take no test. I can't. Like, we didn't come here for that. He ain't got no corona. We've been quarantined. Like, listen. So they like, well, being as though he has to stay here and go on the operating table and they have to mask up. They don't need him on the table, like, coughing or his air just blowing out with corona in it, and they don't know, because you can be asymptomatic. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but basically, whereas though you could have it and have no symptoms of it, but you're sitting here transmitting it to this person, that person, this person. I think I said that a little off, but y'all got what I'm saying. So, you know, to this person and that person, so he has to get one. But thankfully, they had 2 ways that they can give the test there for the children. They could jam it up his nose, which would have came back in an hour, the results. Or they took like a nice little tube that they used to suction the boogies out of the baby's nose, where they did stick it in a little far and suctioned out his boogies and tested it, which took 6 hours. So now it's like, do I wait an hour or do I wait the 6 hours, because I don't want y'all hurting my baby? Like, so, excuse me. So I'm like, listen, at first I was like, all right, y'all can just give it to him, because I don't want him to be going through so much. Or if it is harming him, I don't want it to keep hurting him or harming him, because he wasn't trying to eat at first. Like, his throat was bothering him. But I don't know, all of us didn't know if it came from me trying to make him throw it up, or if it came from it being literally jammed in the back of his throat. So, excuse me, y'all, my nose was trying to run because I was about to cry. Don't know. So it came down to which test I was going to give him. So I'm like, all right, I guess y'all could do the jamming up his nose, but I really, really don't want that. Is the surgeon, how long before the surgeon will be here? So they called them, and I guess to try to get them in, they can't come in because it's a riot going on and their highways is closed. So now, either way, he would have had to still wait till the morning, which was kind of like, I don't know what the heck that was. Oh, it's a feather. Either way, it was a good thing, because he didn't have to get the thing jammed up his nose. So they did the small little tube where they stuck it in just a little bit and had sucked out the boogies and tested it. And of course, my son came back with no corona. We ain't got corona. We quarantining. So anyway, so yeah, they did the test, came back in 6 hours. Of course, that my baby ain't had no corona. But now we're moved to the room. We're waiting all night, and I'm still crying. I just keep thinking about my son being in there by himself, alone, crying. And now that we have been on quarantine so much, Papa got stranger danger. So he don't want to be around nobody but his mama. Like, every time I had to go to the bathroom and I had to leave him with the nurse, he was acting like a fool. But fast forward now, I guess, to the next morning, around like 12 o'clock, they came and got my baby. So he had his IV, of course, all night hooked up, because after 12, he couldn't have no more milk and nothing to eat. And what makes this, I'll tell y'all that part in a second. So now, anyway, back to us fast forwarding to him. I know they like, she cannot just tell this story. But I'm like, I'm trying to tell it to y'all without crying, so bear with me. Fast forward to the next day, like I said, they came and got him like 12 o'clock. And they gave him some medicine in his IV, where it just like made him drowsy and like loopy enough to go and leave me calmly and go to the operating room calmly. He was so doped up. It was so funny how his face looked. And it was funny because I needed to laugh because I couldn't stop crying. But as soon as the lady hit the thing on the side of the bed to unlock it and pushed it just a little bit, I just broke down and started crying again. The lady's like, Mom, it's okay. He's going to be fine. He'll be right back. And I'm just looking at her like, Miss, shut up. He's my son. And you're taking him. He's 10 months. He's never been like through anything like this. I've never been through anything like this. I'm losing my mind here. Like, so I'm crying, face all messed up. She like, just get yourself together and then we'll take you to the waiting area. And I'm just like, she's so calm and I just want to punch her. So it's like, I was so annoyed. So literally, y'all, 20 minutes later, here come the lady. This lady walked up to me and I turned around and looked. She was like, Mrs. Ford? I'm like, yes. She hands me a pee-pee cup. You know, like when you go to the doctors and you got a pee-pee in the cup. She hands me the cup. I look at it like, it's the red fingernail. I don't have it, y'all. I'm going to post a picture of it, though. I do have it, but I didn't bring it with me while I'm telling the story. But I'll post a picture of it, like I said. She comes handing me the cup with the fingernail in there. It's still all wet, stuck to the bottom of the pee-pee cup. I look at it like... I'm like, where was it at, miss? She was like, right here. It was literally stuck in Papa's throat right here. And I'm so angry because the ENT came the night before and was like, oh, that was one of the options. He could have just stuck the tube down his throat. If he seen it, pulled it out. I wish they would have just did that. But being as though he's so little, they didn't want to like make him uncomfortable and go through that. So that's why they felt better putting him to sleep. And in case it was farther down, not like having to go in twice and waste time when they could have just went in that one time like they did and got it right out. So it was literally right there. And what was crazy about it was the night before when we was waiting, Papa was drinking his milk. He was drinking his milk. I hadn't ate. It was like the evening. We was about to eat dinner. I hadn't even ate. So they gave me some like rich crackers. Oh, he snatched the crackers out of my hand, eating my crackers, drinking his milk. Not one time did it knock the nail out his throat. I was praying. I'm like on the phone with Babe all night. Like, Babe, I hope that he throw it up out of nowhere. I hope he poop it out by the morning time before he even had to go to the surgery thing. Whole time, it was still stuck in his throat. So my baby came out. He was all tired and fussy for like a good hour and a half until he got in the car and seen his daddy, and he was so happy. And he did like have like he had congestion like in his throat from like the procedure or whatever, but it literally had took 20 minutes and it was so quick and fast, and I was so happy that he was all right. But I was so scared. Like, literally, that was the scariest day of my life. Like, I don't think I had ever been so afraid. You know, you hear stories of people saying their kids done swallowed this and swallowed that. But to really, literally go through something like that was, like, so overwhelming. And and now every time I look at him, like, what is he doing? What you got? What you picking up? What is that? Because... what is that, though? Look at him. He's trying to pick up... look, he's trying to pick up something right now. Puffs, though. It's puffs all over the floor because they're everywhere. It was just really the most scariest day of my life. I never wish that on any parent because it was the worst. And it was so funny because the doctor lady, she was like, oh, my God, my baby is 18 months and we were out by the pool. Out by the pool? Oh, I wish it was me. Go ahead. She was like, yeah, and I turned away and I turned back and looked, and my daughter was eating a rock. I was like, a rock? First of all, I was thinking in my head, like, why would you even not been paying attention? No, listen, they laughing. I'm thinking like, first of all, why would you have even turned your back to your baby by the pool? But things happen being a parent, you know, little mistakes happen being a parent. Get that shoe. Being a parent can happen. So, I mean, it's not like, oh, we weren't watching Papa. We literally took our eye off of him 1 second, and then like when I looked back, he was like... and I was like, oh, no, what are you putting in your mouth? So, you know, freak accidents happen. They was like, they kept laughing at me, though, at the hospital when I was crying. Like, Mom, it's okay, calm down. We've seen this before. People eat Legos. People eat quarters. Babies eat everything. And it be different things jammed in their mouth. And I'm just looking like, no, why me, though? Why? So, it was really the scariest day of my life. I pray he never puts nothing else in his mouth. I'll be watching him like... every little move he make because I don't be trying to ever have to go through this again. And it just was scary. I told my dad about it. I'm like, Dad, why did your grandson eat this piece of nail? He laughing like he's a boy. It's gonna happen again. He's a boy. It's gonna happen again. No, it better not happen again. Like, if it happened again, I'm calling you, Grandpa, to go to the hospital because you jinxed it, saying something like that. But that's what people say. Boys is the worst, and I see it. Tamaya was such a nice little, sweet little angel. She's an Erkenbox now, but she was a sweet little angel when she was his age. She didn't eat nothing. She was not as bad as he is, roaming around doing everything. He's 10 months, and he's 10 months. I don't know what I said, 10 months. 10 months, and I would consider him bad already. Like, he talked back. He would like to fuss back, argue. You can't even talk. All you know is dad and mama. And you arguing back. Like, he like, if I tell him to sit down, he be like, sit down. Like, he's trying to say it. You can understand that's what he's saying, but you can barely understand what he's saying. So, but I wanted to share this story with y'all because nobody really knows about it. And I just decided, how about tell it to YouTube? Tell it to our Acres Gang family and whoever else is brand new to the channel and just watching this video for the first time. I can never get out what I'm trying to say. Plus, I'm too busy looking at myself. When I tell you guys that I'm going to tag her below, she is on YouTube. She does tutorials. But if you are in the Philadelphia area, you want to go to Bijou Face. I never can get her name right because it looks like Bougie Face to me, but she know I love her. I'm her model. She always does my makeup. Well, she recently has been doing my makeup because a coronavirus. Of course, she ain't been doing nobody makeup, but we are really cool and close, so I wouldn't say, yeah, we're cool and close now because we have grown to like really like each other, love each other. Her daughter is gorgeous. I say that's Papa's girlfriend because it is. She's so cute, and she's been using me as her model. This is my second time going, and I'm in love with it. Like, because like I said, I really have been like depressed and down. I've gained a lot of weight, so going to her, just looking and feeling beautiful is just like so amazing, and she make me feel so good when she do my makeup like this. But it's amazing. She's an amazing person. She's a sweetheart. Her kids are amazing, and she is the slayer of all this makeup for Philly. Periods. Okay. So how Cardi B say? Okay. She slays it. Tamaya, I say that. Tamaya, y'all see? If y'all watch this channel again, because I ain't getting to that. Tamaya always hating, like. Anyway.
I haven't heard nobody say that. And
Cardi B says it, because it's her words. Anyway, if you are new to the channel, though, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, subscribe. Why would you not? Why would you not? I'm giving you realness. We are giving you realness. I'm giving you realness. I'm giving you beauty. I'm giving you our family. But yeah, definitely like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, though. Please subscribe. You don't have to, we ain't about to be all like, turn on the notifications, none of that. Just subscribe to the channel. Enjoy our videos. Laugh at us. Laugh with us. Love us. Hate us. We don't care. Anyway, but I know this story took a long time, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are a parent and this ever happened to you, comment below and let me know. But yeah, I guess that's all. Love you, gang, and I'm out.